Hi, I am the kind of woman who I love when a truth bomb is dropped in my field and it feels like something radically shifts and aligns and falls into its perfect place. So that's what I'm about to deliver for you. And I'm on the road driving, so I'm going to record it with just my voice, no video. This goes back to a post I shared earlier this week and got a lot of response to because it echoed so true in the field about copying, mimicking, feeling like we are copying. And when we feel all of a sudden like what we are speaking is copying another woman in the field, because we are transmitters, right? We transmit the energies. We receive the information, or we see it oracularly, or remember it at the root, or give it space in the heart, or arouse it in our sex. And the truth comes through and it rearranges things in our system. And we begin to then speak it, because it doesn't always come out of the mouth first. We begin to speak it as it's integrating, and we suddenly notice it's in the field. And when we read it in the field, it has impact and it lands. And so it anchors and we remember that, and it becomes woven into our dialogue. Now, I'll tell you, over time, that begins to more and more become our own when we give it breath and space. But that's not the truth bomb. Here's the truth bomb. I have lived this many times. I turned off my erotic channel because of this. I silenced my oracular vision because of this. I turned down my volume in the power and the voltage of my frequency because of this. I know that now. I felt it then. And now I have finally come full circle to understand what the true signature of that response is. Are you sitting down? Or stand up, stand up. That's even better. Stand up. It is that it's about visibility. It's about exposure. And if we stand and speak something that what we consider to be an authentic and powerful woman, to whatever degree that feels true, is already speaking in the field. When we shrink because of that, it's about visibility, that people would think we are copying, that people would feel a certain way about us because it's not, quote, original content. Here's what happens next. We shrink, but then to make up for that diminishment of ourselves by ourselves, because by nature, when we stand in our power, if you imagine going from sitting to standing, you're rising up, you're getting taller, you're reaching higher just in your stature by nature. Okay? So when we get smaller and shrink, we account for that. I can't substitute for, make up for that diminishment by inflating, by overreaching. And I also have found my way through this and into the authentic, unbroken voice as channel. So I wanted to take that a step further because it's been in me, and this is how it works for me. A truth bomb lands in the field. There's impact. I feel the impact, and then there's more unraveling that happens. And often it can take days. Sometimes it's minutes or hours. Other times it's weeks and into months and possibly even years. And not as a drag, but as a ripening, a continual ripening. And just as one truth ripens, there's always a next season of fruit. So don't get attached, right? These are fluid currents. The structural part is in our capacity to stay in the heat of the exposure, and what that alternate artificial substitute voice within us that we believe is real is telling us that we are copying, that we are not authentic, that we are not original. Instead of that running the show, drop down deeper into what is your truth. And if what's coming through is your truth, give it space, give it breath, give it sound and form. That's what we do when we conceive, right? At conception, that life looks nothing like when it is birthed. And as it matures, it changes and new truths come through with the aging of our embodiment. Being in a body, that's embodiment. The ability to hold your power, your massive cosmic and divine energy within your body. And to be present with both. 1 foot, 2 worlds. True union. That is now. This is FemmeMystica. And if you feel it, come in. I want you there. I want all of us to freely speak and channel through our currents of truth. And when one woman does, another does, and then 3 do. So what we are doing is standing in and multiplying this frequency. And if you feel it, you're part of that. So I would love to have you. Ripening, deepening, speaking from your true channel. And part of the reason why it feels copied, coming just full circle back to that, is because there's new consciousness landing, and many women are feeling it in all different kinds of ways, at all different kinds of depths and levels, and through many expressions. And sometimes, especially when you are at this place in your life and running this frequency, you will sense it, you will see it, you will know it. And you decide how you embody it. As a copy and you shrink and then inflate, or as a living, breathing, standing embodiment of your truth, of what you know, of what you see, of who you are. Truth bomb. Mwah. Biggest love.